Hello everyone, today is a really joiny day and I'm going to introduce my report about the four academic events which I was visiting during this first semester for academic communications ICT 5.1. The first event which I attended was the public talk that was held by Nazarbayev University in the 1st September, where the main speaker was Dr. Luciano Risola from Goethe University, Germany. And the name of this event was Imagine Supermassive Black Holes. Why I think this event was appropriate is all because it was only in English, and the main speaker was degree obtainer, and it was organized by, as I said before, Nazarbayev University. The second event which I visited was in the shape of lecture, which was organized by Graduate School of Public Policy, where the speaker was Dr. Friedberg Story from United Nations, and she spoke about United Nations role in supporting Palestine development priorities, which was in the 20th October. While also reckon that it's appropriate for ICT 5.1 because the speaker was from the reputable organization, United Nations, and the main speaker was also degree obtainer as a PhD because, as we know, Doctor for Victoria, doctor is a kind of the status which obtained for educational purposes. And the third event, which I also visited, was by Graduate School of Public Policy, where the speaker was Master Berman Scoggins, who is intended actually to take his PhD from his work and the name of the event as it was named. And the topic of this event was when are democracies the democratic decline, a huge meta-analysis from experimental literature and conceptual replication. It was in the shape of seminar, and it was held in the 20th October. So I think also it's appropriate for ICT 5.1 because it was also in English. It was organized by one of the schools from Nazarbayev University, and also it was only for academic audience. So the last but not least, I want to tell you all of you about the first event which I also attend, and it was organized by School of Sciences and Humanities, where the main speaker was associate professor in this school, program director Manik Spalney, who told us about Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2022, click chemistry, a lesson from a nature, and it was on 16th November in the shape of lecture. So, to know about further details about two of these four events, keep stay with. Hence, I want to deeply describe the first event, which is called Imaging Supermassive Black Holes. Overall, it was organized by the Energetic Cosmos Laboratory in collaboration with the Physics Department of Nazarbayev University under the partial support of ISTC, which can be interpreted as International Science and Technology Center. And there are two main reasons why this event was so informative and evident for the academic audience. And the first thing which I want to underline is that these recent images has been taken from the Event Horizon Telescope with the new methods of describing such as computer science, electronic engineering, and explanations from the physics side, and it can be considered as a cutting edge research. And the second thing which I want to say is just the Professor Luciano Rizzolo is really renowned all over the world with his scientific work, and he encourages researchers to work on various aspects of gravity, cosmology, and astrophysics. And the overall, the purpose of this event was to observe and explain the main changes of these black holes. On September 20th, Graduate School of Public Policy hosted the great event with honorable guest United Nations Resident Coordinator for Kazakhstan, Michaela Friedberg Story. In her speech of United Nations role in supporting Kazakhstan development priorities, she presented the importance of multilateralism in today's progression of Kazakhstan's goals in implementation of United Nations. In this case, she divided three main pillars, which cannot be separately organized. First one was the peace and security, second is development, and third is human rights. In this case, she said that Kazakhstan had really succeeded because of the elimination of nuclear weapons since got independence and also the organization of international talks like Syrian talk and so on. Second thing, which she also mentioned about the sustainable development goals. In this case, she said that there are five areas that Kazakhstan need to improve, and there are poverty, education, water, economic growth, and healthcare. And finally, she concluded her speech with saying that Kazakhstan is really the Kazakhstan involvement in implementation of these goals are really appreciable for United Nations, and it did really good job. And think that down the road it will be uh, better on improving their goals. In addition, summarizing the ideas of these events, I want to say that both of them were efficient primarily because the main speakers utilized credible sources to strengthen their strong positions. In the first case, we can see that Dr. Luciano Risolo used so many technological devices to prove his arguments and the facts that he provided in his public talk. And moreover, we can say that his presentation was really ongoing research. So, moreover, in the second case, we can see that there was an official representative of the United Nations as Dr. Friedrich's story. So, to summarize all of these two reasons, we can say that the efficacy can be really seen from these both events. So I think we can move on to task reflection, where I can broadly narrate about ICT 5.1 and overall our classes in academic communications. And the first thing, I will say that all of these four events that I attained were really informative for me, especially for future policy-based specialists who should know about different fields in a deeply case. In this astrophysics, policy, and chemistry-based events were informative for me to know what this field are shaping, just like how we can understand it. And maybe just having, as I said before, new meetings with people is really precious for us. Just increase our emotional intelligence, maybe in some case. And the second thing that we need to focus is just to what we can do differently in second semester. Well, first of all, I want to say that we did really great job during this first semester, making presentations, seminar discussions, reflective interviews. All of them were really helpful for us to attach our proficiency in the English, especially in the speaking part, making some conversations, and so on. But I have some maybe just a little recommendations what we can do better. Maybe it's all regards to present our tasks in offline format, not recording them and just submitting to Moodle. Because when we do something offline, we always try to improvise our speech. In this case, we can critically think and also use our vocabulary, and also we can see the feedback and just ask our group mates to say what we can do better, what we can do badly, and some other critique from other points of view rather than also maybe teacher. And also the third thing that we need to emphasize also is just our self-critique, how we conduct our ICT 5.1 assignment. Well, I can say that just attending these events were were as like lending a hand from you, Kevin, because We really involved in Nazarbayev University community with their events and so on, just like seeing the overall students' life. Uh, I reckon that I did my best because I visited them. I wrote so many lectures. I elaborate the ideas that my speaker said in the events. In overall, doing this, as you also can be agree with me with this precious video, I see 5.1. So thank you for this opportunity and goodbye. See you. I suggest that you think that this is the end of my ICT 5.1 video, but sorry for interrupting you because I want to show you some several photos, pictures that I took during the attending of these events and be entertained as much as possible from seeing them and I wish you good holidays. Bye.